Hello, everyone. I'm ready for my second Facebook Live session. I am still learning, so I'm going to wait a few, maybe a minute or two for people to get on. I know the Pink concert is going on tonight at the Yum Center. I so wish I could be there because I love Pink, the singer. A lot going on. But I'm going to give it a few minutes. I am going to be reading from my new book. Yes, I am enough. The Paradox of Perfectionism. So we're going to wait until some people get on. Pastor Mac, hello, hello. Thank you for joining us. Stacy Williams, how are you, my Ristar sister? Wait about 2 minutes before I get started. Thank y'all for joining me. I am still learning how to do this Facebook Live. I am nervous, but this topic is for me as well because I am a recovering perfectionist. So I've got to eat my words. Thank you, Pastor Mac. The Lord is good. We use this little chocolate drop of magnetic phenomenalism. But thank you. Give about 1 more minute. Hope everyone had a blessed day. It is raining and overcast in Louisville, Kentucky. So, and to my JCPS peeps, we got 3 more days until spring break. So we can make it, we can make it, we can make it. All right. Miss Williams, Stacy Williams, how have you been? Type something for me. I've been out the group for a while. Shelly Shell from Shy. Listen, Michelle Linton, did you get my message? I'm coming to the Shy April 21st. And I expect to be taken around the city, even though I've been there many times. I just might get my nerve up to ride one of the motorcycles. Shelly Shell, say something to me. I'm in that season right now of taking risk and being fearless. All right. Hey, sissy. Oh, you said you sure did, Michelle. All right. So listen. All right. I'm talking big stuff right now, Michelle. I see that motorcycle, I'll freak out. All right. It is, I'm going to start at 8:05. Give people some time. I know it's about 7 Chicago time and other places. It's 8 o'clock here. People are just getting off work. I'll be all right, Michelle. Okay, Michelle. Get me a chocolate motorcycle, okay? With gold streak down the middle, and I may ride it. All right, I have 8:05, and I want to welcome everybody to my second Facebook Live. I am still learning, like I said, but I'm going to go with it because this topic tonight, the paradox of perfectionism, I am a recovering perfectionist. I have not yet obtained, but I am recovering and I have made some great strides. So we're going to talk about that tonight. I'm going to read some excerpts from my book, and then we're going to have a question answer session. So get your questions ready, and I will answer them the best I can. Again, thank you for tuning in, and I am reading for my upcoming book. Yay! My book, baby. I'm so proud of it. This is my 6th book, and each book I birth, I just get giddy about. But yes, I am enough. Can y'all see it? Yes, I am enough. the 10 undeniable truths for loving who you are now and who you are destined to become later. It took me 2 years to finally finish this because I had to live it, but it is birth now, and I'm going to have to eat everything that I've written. So I want to read, talk about the paradox of perfection. Hey, Marie Clay, my twin. The paradox of perfectionism tonight. And in this chapter, it starts out with a quote from Julia Cameron I found, and it fits me so well. Like I said, and I will keep repeating, I have not yet obtained. I am a recovering perfectionist. And so what I do know, when I didn't acknowledge that I was a perfectionist, my life was stifled. I was in an emotional, a social, and professional prison because I wanted everything to be perfect, and I didn't move unless it was perfect. And that was just a sign for so many other things that I talk about in this chapter. But I want to talk about perfectionism. Let me start out with this quote that is so fitting. I almost screamed. I think I did scream when I found this as I was writing this chapter. And it's from Julian Cameron. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still vain because I refuse to wear glasses, but we're going to work it out. Y'all pray for my deliverance. Perfectionism is not a quest for the best. It is a pursuit of the worst in ourselves. The part that tells us that nothing we do will ever be good enough. The part that tells us that we should try again. And that is what perfection is. It's not that we're trying to be perfect. It is really a self-condemning act that we tell ourselves that we're not good enough. And so I start out this chapter by saying, trying to obtain the perfect house, the perfect car, the perfect job, or the perfect relationship because you are more concerned that people will have a better perception of you, will always have you positioned for the perfect disappointment. At the root of this disease called perfectionism is an unhealthy craving for validation, affirmation, and approval from others. You have a deep desire to appear perfect in your performance, in your thinking, and in your conversation so that others will not see your failures. But that is a futile journey that garners frustrating results. I continue to say, by definition, the word perfect means flawless, without any errors, defeat, or shortcomings. In addition, a paradox is defined as a statement that is seemingly contradictory or opposed to common sense, and yet it is perhaps true. The truth is that nothing and no one is perfect. Even the scriptures say that in Romans 3:23 that all of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So ultimately, you striving for a perfect life, making the perfect decision, or even having the perfect plan are all perfect paradoxes. And so whenever we try to strive for perfection, it is just like we're grasping at straws because we will never be perfect. We can perfect in everything. And in this chapter, I talk about the difference between being perfect and striving for excellence. There is a great difference about being perfect and striving for excellence. But if you're struggling and say, well, I don't think I'm a perfectionist. I think I'm just striving for excellence. I want to do everything God wants me to do, and I want to be decent and in order. I want to be excellent. Let me give you some signs. I write there about the 11 signs that you may be a perfectionist. And I'm not going to give you all 11 because you know why? I want you to go to tanyawhite.com and get Yes, I Am Enough. So you can read it for yourself. But I want to go over a few, maybe 3, signs that you may be a perfectionist. You have a very specific manner in which things should be done. And this is when I'm talking about that there is no room for mistakes. When things are not doing your way, it must be the highway, or you'll just say, I'll do it myself. I used to be like that so many times. If I was planning an event or needed help with something, and people were not doing it the way I wanted it done, then I was like, I just do it myself. And without thinking, and when I reflect on it, if I would have just calmed down and remember some of the words that my daddy used to say growing up, that everybody is not like you. Everybody doesn't think like you. They don't do things like you. And then also train people, communicate with them my expectations, because many of times I was upset because things were not done my way. And that's because I didn't communicate. I just told them what I wanted, and I didn't take the time to give the details and make sure that they understood. And so that was one thing that I did. And what I was a perfectionist in everything that I used to do. And one thing you could tell if you're a perfectionist, if when you ask people to do something, if they're hesitant and they're walking on eggshells, or they keep asking you questions just to make sure, you just may be a perfectionist. And you need to just do some self-reflection. Let me give you another one that I wrote. It says that you become depressed when you don't achieve your goals. So perfectionism and people who strive for that instead of striving for excellence, when things are not going their way, they give up. They throw everything away. There's no room for error. It's only black and white. And then they become depressed and say, you know what? I guess God didn't mean it for me. And in actuality, God did mean it for you. But sometimes it was your stumbling block and your prison of being a perfectionist that held you back. And in this book, I go into some root causes of that. And in my coaching group coaching, I'm going to talk about some of the root causes of why you are a perfectionist and strive for perfectionism. And one big thing, and this was an ugly truth that I had to sit in when I was doing my work, going through therapy, going through coaching, I had to realize that the way I grew up, there were high expectations for me. I am the oldest child. And so there were high expectations for me. And unknowingly, my parents gave me no room for mistakes. I was the oldest. They expected me to do this when I had siblings. I had to be the perfect role model. I had to make good grades. I had to, take care of my sister and brother. And if I didn't do it with a perfect execution, then I was reprimanded or put on punishment or told that I was a disappointment. So that was an ugly truth that I had to really deal with and be healed from, knowing that, sometimes my parents just didn't know. And it's probably because they, parents parent the way they were parented. Even though a lot of people say, I would never do this. My parents took some things that, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and they did what they knew how to do. And so when I was doing my work and really trying to strip myself of being that perfectionist and striving for perfection, and I had to realize and sit in the ugly truth that there was some upbringing that I went through that shaped and molded me into that. All right. Here's a big one. I want y'all to take a deep breath before I say this. This is another sign that you're a perfectionist. You ready? I want you to inhale, exhale. This is a big one. This is a doozy. And this is going to be the last one. And then I want to take some questions. It says, you may be a perfectionist if you procrastinate just to do something at the right moment, at the right time, with the right plan, with the right people. And I go on to say, due to the lofty goals that we set for ourselves, fear compels us to start to procrastinate and even abandon the goals altogether, using the excuse that the time just wasn't right. It wasn't perfect. Or the team that I had was just not right. Or I didn't have the perfect amount of money, or things were not perfect. But it's really procrastination. When we procrastinate, there's a surge of anxiety that comes over us. And then if we are perfectionists, any excuse will come up for us to not execute and fulfill that plan. And so when you procrastinate, and try to do things at the last minute and things are not working out. Why? Because you waited till the last minute. You expect everything and everybody to be at your beck and call, and that just is not how life works. When you wait and procrastinate and do things at the last minute, there will be some stumbling blocks. Things may not go your way, but it's not because it's not the right time. It's just that you waited too late and you procrastinated. So signs that you're a perfectionist, one, that you procrastinate, you could become depressed when you don't achieve your goals, and if things are not done in a specific manner. There are 8 more signs that you're a perfectionist in my book, Yes, I Am Enough. And I also go into perfectionism versus striving for excellence, the not so perfect picture, giving you some illustrations from my life. And then I end with this, and I want to end with this, and then we're going to take some questions. The closing paragraph in chapter 3, it says, I understand that although God formed me perfectly in his image, I am not perfect, but I am enough. I will make mistakes and bad decisions, but I am enough. I will fall in life, sometimes miserably, sometimes in an epic way, but that is all right because I am enough. God knows the plans he has for me, plans of prosperity and not harm. He has plans for me of hope and an expected end. Since the Lord has strategically and carefully made plans for me, perfection is not needed from me. I don't need to be perfect. Knowing this heals me daily. Yes, I am enough because my Lord is enough, and that is just perfect for me. And so when we really walk in our enoughness and know that God has made us enough, we are enough. We do not have to be overburden ourselves and overwhelm ourselves with the mindset of being perfect. It imprisons you. You are locked up emotionally, socially, mentally, and spiritually when you are in a prison of your own perfectionism. Things are not going to be perfect. You will fail no matter how much you plan, no matter how many people you get around you who are willing, anointed, and assigned to you. Things are not going to always go your way. And you know what? That is all right. Because when you have a heart, when you are passionate, and when you have prayed about it, God is going to make it all right. You don't have to be perfect. You know why? Because we serve a perfect God. And he did not say anywhere in the Bible that I want you to be perfect. Marie, he did not say that Marie Antoinette Clay, yes, I'm calling you out, that you have to be perfect. That is nowhere written in the Bible. And so if you want to free yourself from your own prison of perfectionism, remember that God made you enough. You don't have to be perfect. Why? Because we serve a perfect God. All right. And so now it's time. You can type any questions, any comments that you have. Remember, this is from my book, Yes, I Am Enough. I just read Chapter 3, some excerpts from Chapter 3, The Paradox of Perfectionism. I also have a group telecoaching class. Yes, your whole government name, Marie Clay. Telecoaching class called How to Break from Your Own Prison of Perfectionism. It is a 4-week class. In this, for an investment of 4 weeks starting on Sundays, April 29th, running through May 20th. We will meet for an hour via telephone. You will have 4 group sessions that are an hour, and then 4 20-minute individual sessions so we can dig a little deeper and create plans of actions. But in this, we're going to examine the root causes of your perfectionism, bring clarity between perfectionism and striving for excellence. We're going to create an imperfect but perfect plan for you that aligns with your emotional readiness, your commitment level, and your willingness to break free from perfectionism. because you have to be willing. And there's a levels of willingness that you will go through. Like I said, I am recovering perfectionist. I do this daily. I'm not there yet, but I have made great strides. And also we're going to identify life strategies so that you will not become a repeat offender and give yourself a life sentence to your prison of perfectionism. So if you're interested in becoming a part of this group coaching, remember you get 4 1-hour group coaching sessions, 4 20-minute sessions, and then you'll get my autographed book of Yes, I Am Enough. I will post the link after this Facebook Live, and then you can get it for $77, which is a huge steal. You get the book that is $15 in 4 group sessions of 1-hour group session of coaching plus 4 20-minute individual coaching. That is a steal. And so if you want to do it, I will post the link on my Facebook page after this is over. Hi, Karen, pulling my JCPS peeps. We can make it, girl. We got 3 more days. Thank you for joining us, Karen. And so I will post it on my Facebook page, How to Break Free from Your Prison of Perfectionism. If you just want the book, that is available on my site, tanyawhite.com, in the online store. It will be available on Amazon April 9th after my book release on April 7th. And ladies, if you had not signed up, this is for ladies only. Men, I'm not excluding you, but the ladies have to get together and birth some stuff, and so that we can be and feel and know that we're enough, so that we can birth and push and assist the vision and not create birth defects of visions and dreams that of people we help. So my ladies, Red and Platinum book release party and spiritual empowerment extravaganza is April 7th. To date, my goal was to have 100 ladies, and look at God, we have 126. This event is free. It is April 7th from 9 to 12:30 p.m. and it's at 1875 Farnsley Road at the St. Stephen United Christian Church. New Century Fellowship meets in there. I'm going to have a book signing. We're going to have some powerful speakers. Cassandra Gray from Shelbyville, Nicole Cokie Griffin, Dr. Matista Wilbon is coming from Atlanta. Then we have Sylvaskia Bray, who is emceeing, and then one of my mentors, Pastor Deion Saunders, who God aligned my way 2 years ago when I was speaking at a ladies' luncheon in Owensboro. She has been a blessing, like so many other my sisters in ministry. But she is just going to bless the women and pray for us and everything. It's going to be powerful. We have been praying. An intercessory team has been praying for this event for weeks. Everything is coming together. Like I said, I prayed for 100. Right now we're at 126 and we still have more. If you want to come, share it, continue to share, continue to encourage. Everyone is excited. Everyone says this is exactly what I need. So the Yes, I Am Enough Ladies Red and Platinum book release and spiritual empowerment extravaganza, April 7th from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. I think that's it. Do we not have any questions, comments? You can put in the comment section. Remember, you can share this video once it's posted. I believe it takes a village to spread the message, especially a good message. And this message that God gave me, Yes, I Am Enough, and helped me to birth in a book. This is my 6th book. This is one that is very transparent, and I have been walking out, living, and eating the words once again. All right. So we don't have any questions, comments. I want to thank you again, everyone who took the time to come on this Facebook Live, and those who will be listening after the live session is over and you'll look at the video. Thank you so much. Again, this is only my 2nd time doing this, so I'm still learning. Probably by my 7th time, I think I'm just a big old, expert, and I probably have little things on the set because in my mind, I think I'm Oprah. But yes, continue to pray for me, and as I will pray for you all, encourage you all to do and be your best. This first quarter of 2018 is almost over, and if you have not been making strides to fulfill and progress in your goals for this year, I encourage you to do so. And if you need a coach, and it may not be me, and you want a coach, I will connect you with some great and powerful coaches who would help you to get where you need to be. I am a firm believer that sometimes God assigns you to certain people, and I am not too puffed up or too I don't like to hold on to people just because they don't choose me. I want you to soar. And if it's not me, I will connect you with people. I have some coaches, contacts, and some experts. And if you want to just talk to me and just, brainstorm about what you're looking for, and I can connect you with that, feel free to inbox me. I am here to serve and to help all, because if you're not where you need to be, then I can't get where I need to be, because we all need each other to be in position and be in places so we can just live out God's destiny. All right. Again, thank you so much. If you have any questions after this is over, just inbox me and look for me when my next Facebook Live is going to be. Y'all have a good night. Love you guys.